All right, lovely ladies, so I am back. Washed the hair. You know, this channel, we don't get in the shower together. That's for me and my mans. But right now, what I decided in the shower is that I'm gonna be using the good old RevAir, which if you are new here, you can check out my video above where I talk about how much I like or maybe don't like it so much, especially at the price point. That full video has a very full length review of what I like and don't like, so I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of how I do my hair. And then, yeah, then we're gonna figure out, I think I'm gonna just do some chunky twists, kind of like this, but on stretched hair, so it'll last a little bit longer, and then it will have a fire twist out at the end. But one of the main things I learned, honestly, from you all, but also from the RevAir people as well, is that wet hair is best. So I've already prepped my hair with Kinky Tresses Hair Butter, which I've talked about a lot on this channel. It is gonna keep my hair moisturized, honestly, for the next 2 weeks without me having to refresh, which I love that for me. And if you want that for you too, there is a link in the description box and a promo code, the Curly Doc 20, where you'll get 20% off their products. So I encourage you to check that out because, like, look at this moisture. Look at it. Look at the moisture. Okay, like, honestly, my hair just feels so good. This is curl definition with like no defining cream. This is just with the hair butter. Okay, and I use the Tangle Teas already to detangle it. So what I'm gonna do is just wet my hair a little bit because they say the wetter the better. So I'm gonna wet my hair. It's damp right now, but I just want it to be even wetter for when I am actually doing the blow dry. Okay, so here we are. It's nice and detangled. All right, so we're just gonna hop right into what to do. Before I get into that, it's going to be at the highest tension, which is 7, and the highest heat, just as an FYI, in case you're wondering. Okay, so here we are. Again, this, interesting, it's like kind of curling at the end, which is interesting. But this is a reminder of why the RevAir is not my favorite. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's a blow dryer, not a flat iron. I get it, I get it, I get it. But the thing is, my hair, well, if I were to use just like a regular blow dryer, it would get straighter than this. And I think the main thing is, if you want to decrease the chances of heat damage, I think that's where the RevAir is really for you. I have yet to use heat protectant, yikes, on my hair when using this, and my hair has actually been fine. But can we get into the inches? I'm gonna be doing another length check soon, just because I want to do like a every 2-month length check to see if I'm gonna get the full 6 inches that I'm looking for in 2024. So in that first video about the 2-week rule, I talked about the 6 in 12 goal of getting 6 inches in 12 months. So that's what I'm working on. And I want to just check in on a month or every 2 monthly basis, because the goal would be to get a new set of 6 inches, 1 inch every 2 months. So that's the goal. And I'm going to check in to see if that's what's happening. I haven't straightened my hair out like this, stretched it out rather, in a while. So it's kind of been like, oh, dang, look at him, look at him. So this is enough. It's actually still a little bit damp, and I had it in there for over 90 seconds. But because I'm just gonna be putting my hair into twists, I'm not gonna do this anymore because I think this is sufficient. Okay, just the way we say His Grace is sufficient, the stretch is sufficient. So here we are. And then I'm just gonna twist this down so it keeps some of that stretch. Then we'll go from there. All right, lovely people, we have relocated to the bathroom where I'm going to finish up the style. You can see that the inches are giving. the growth is growthing, and there's gonna be a length check video that either happened that posted before this one or after this one. So just keep an eye out. If it is already up, I will make sure that I put the video here and in the description box. But if it's not up yet, make sure your notification bells are on. Make sure you're subscribed so that you do not ever miss another upload, okay? And miss up on the tea and catching up on how the hair is hairing. But we're doing this together. So basically, so for my 2-week rule style for right now, what I'm going to do is decided on some chunky twists. I'm going to try to make them not too small. Last time I was on live, I live streamed and ended up making those twists way smaller than I was planning to make them. So today I'm gonna actually go in with a plan where I'm gonna try to part some of the sections out first, so I make sure I'm not starting off smaller than I really want them to be. Because I really do want some like rather chunkier twists, so that when it gets to the twist out phase in a couple of weeks, there is like a nice chunky twist out situation that's giving. So again, let's just do another 360 for the girls. I'm like really loving the growth and like really the volume. Like I feel like my hair is more volume too. So we'll see what that's about. But yeah, so we're going to section this off in the back. So the back really makes or breaks. Like if I do the sections too small in the back, then that just really kind of messes it up for me for the rest of my hair. But I'm gonna just try to make this a nice chunky back section. Try to be gentle with it. So one thing I will say, words like hair throw me off still to this day. I have lived in America for most of my life. I'm trying to do the math. For definitely over 20 years. And so in Barbados, where I'm from, I learned of something called a homonym. A homonym, there are words that sound the same even though they have different spellings. So for instance, hair, this on my head, hair, in Barbados, I would say, I hair you, my hair is hair, and I am hair in this place, okay? So that's how I would say all of those hair, hair, hair. They all sound the same because they're homonyms. But in this here, America, each of those has a different way of being said. So that always just throws me off. And that's just your random tidbit about me for the day that I always get thrown off still to this day of hair, here, and hair. Them things supposed to sound the same, eh? But here we go. So this is nice and chunky. This is the size I want. I'm gonna turn around so you can see it. I'm debating whether I want to braid the roots, but no, because that's just gonna make it take longer. And I think I really just want a nice, basic twist out. Honestly, braiding the roots would definitely make this last longer, but it just also makes it take longer to do, so not in the mood. I've already been doing my hair for like 2 hours today. Not about that life, ready to be done. So as I said before, I styled my hair with Kinky Tresses. So even after the blow dry, I haven't put anything, new product in my hair or anything. My hair feels so moisturized and soft. So that, I love that for me, love that for you too. If you try Kinky Tresses, leave a comment down below if you have ever heard of them, if you've ever tried them, if you're willing to give them a try. I honestly have never heard someone I've recommended it to not like the product. So test it out, you never see. So here at the end, we're just gonna give it a nice little twirly twirl. I may or may not go and put some like gel on this at the end, but for now, this is our twist. And we're gonna do that on repeat so that we have some nice chunky twists. Not wanting them too small, just, you know. I just celebrated my anniversary with my husband. We just got back from Georgia. We celebrated in Georgia, which was fun. Let me know, have you ever been to Georgia? We went to Atlanta and Savannah. If you've been to Savannah, let me know your thoughts. We weren't as wowed as everyone was like telling us we would be. I don't know, maybe, I was trying to reflect on it because I've been privileged to travel a lot. Like I've traveled around the world to many countries and everyone was just hyping up Savannah. And when we got there, we were like, this is it? This is your city? I don't know, it was cute. There are definitely some cute stuff, but like, I think when you've like literally like traveled all over, and again, I'm not saying that from a place of like better than, but just like a place of blessings and privilege. Yeah, like Savannah, it was cute, but that's it. Like I really don't, unless somebody's decided they want to get married there, like one of my friends or something, there's no reason for me to go back to Savannah, Georgia. But if you disagree, or if you're from Savannah, Georgia, let me know what I maybe missed out on that I should have done that might have made it a little bit more enjoyable. So we're going on to the next row. So y'all know better than me what this looks like, because something you'll learn about me on my channel, I don't check my parts. I don't really care about my parts. I can't see my parts, so I don't really care. I just make sure the parts at the top of my head look good, but in the back, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I don't know. Let me know if you're like that, or if you're like, nah, I gotta make sure the parts are looking good from every angle. All right. I'm gonna just see y'all at the end because I just really want to be done with doing my hair. So, all right. Anyway, see you later. All right, so it's basically like an hour later, still much longer than I was hoping this would take, but here we are. Here are the twisty doos. See, there's some length to them. They're all different lengths though, but we don't really care. As you can tell, my motto over here is I don't really care as long as my hair is growing. So yeah, we're gonna do these last few together. My husband just beckoned to me that lunch is ready, so I need to hurry up because I like my food hot. Whew, I'm tired, y'all. I don't know. This is probably one of the first times ever where I've actually like had time after vacation to just like rest. And I'm so glad I did that because I'm tired. I just needed this day to be able to like do some laundry, do my hair, rest. I'm in a weird phase of life. Some people have asked me about, talking about the medical journey, which if you have specific questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm not gonna just like make medical related content just for the sake of it, but if you have very specific questions that you want to know about, then I'm happy to share. But the place, when I say I'm in like a weird space in life and I spent the past hour just like thinking about different stuff, is just where am I going career-wise? This channel is 100% my hobby channel, outlet channel, space to connect with ladies like you, maybe some gents in the crew too, who want to just grow hair and just light fun, nothing too serious about that. But I think in some ways it's a little bit of a distraction for me from the fact that I just feel a little aimless in the work that I'm doing. And it's not to say I'm not doing good work. I think I'm actually doing really important and meaningful work, but sometimes it feels like my work there's no theme. Like, it's just like I'm doing a bunch of random stuff. Like, I have a hair channel. Like, how random is that? But here we are. I've always been like that though. And I think as I get older, it's like, oh man, I'm really just like the most random human. Like, I just have random interests. I do random things. And I kind of would like to be a little bit more purposeful, I guess, towards like a bigger vision. And I feel really lost in that way. And I'm working on it. I'm curious if anyone else can kind of like relate. If you can, this just got really heavy, but sorry, that's just like where my mind is at right now. That's literally what I spent the past hour twisting, just thinking about, where am I going towards? What have I been doing in life? Mostly professionally and also honestly, personally too, because so much of my life in training has been about the profession. And now that I have more free time to like actually think a little bit more about me as a person outside of being a physician, it's like, ugh. All right, anyway, I'm like turning this into therapy, but if anyone just can relate, just please let me know you relate in the comments. And if you found ways to just like deal with it, or not even deal with it, but work through it. I think that's a better way to phrase it. To just work through where you're in a space of just a little bit of blah. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit of blah when it comes to stuff, but that's life. So we're on this last twist. This style, I'm not gonna lie, is not as cute as I had it in my head. It's like a weird in-between size of a twist. Like, this would have been cuter if I put in extensions, I think, but let me know what you think. Like, are we liking this? I'm not really liking it. This is probably gonna be one of those styles that I just like I just have my hair in a ponytail the whole time. Or put the twist into like a bun and call it a day. Yeah, I'm not like an edge sleeker kind of girly, so what I may do is just like use my silk scarf for a little bit just to kind of tame the edges. I don't like putting gel on my edges, edge control, none of that, but there's just something about this that's giving like, girl, your hair looks like you're not actually done. But here we are. We'll find a way to fix this in a moment. Because this is the hairstyle, that doesn't mean I'm done styling it. If I had some like hair jewelry, I would probably put some hair jewelry on here, but I don't think I have any right now. I think I am out of my hair jewelry. All right, so what do we think? All right, if you had to rate this on a scale of like 1 to 5, where 5 is like, girl, you slayed, 1 is like, girl, what is that? Where would you put this? For me, myself, I would put this at like a 3. This is a solid 3. It's not bad, it's not great. It's gonna do the job of just keeping my hair away, protected. I didn't like having my hair in a puff for so long, just I felt like the ends were so raggedy and like getting so dried out. But okay, all right, look, already, see, look, already just put this, ooh, I could leave a twist out here, put it here, boom. All right, so that's where we're at. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for bearing with me as I am in a very deep reflection, but stay curly and I'll see you next time. All right, so this is a testing 1, 2, 3 to see what the light looks like, to see what the sound sounds like. All right, so this is another testing 1, 2, 3 to see if the light is better and if the sound is still good. We're still struggling with the light situation to see if there's reflection on my glasses.